Here for the students at Haileybury, explaining the if, else, or if, elif, else statement in Python. I'm going to start with the concept. The concept is if one thing happens, then something else can happen. Or if something else happens, then you do something else. So probably the best way to do this is an example. So the first thing I'm going to do is ask a simple question, how are you today? So I'm going to create a variable and I'm going to call it quest, which is a question, and then I'm going to ask for a string answer, and then I'm going to ask for an input from the user, and my question is going to be, how are you today? Okay, so question mark, give it a little space, close my brackets. So there we go, I've created a variable. It's going to ask the user a question, how are you today? Now I'm going to give them some options, and this is where our if else comes in. If they answer the question and they say exactly the word good, then I want something to happen. So if they say the word good, I'm going to print, that's good. That's good to hear. Okay, so if they say they're good, then we're going to say that's good. So that's a simple if statement. Now, if I put an else in there, anything else they say, we're going to put another statement in here. Print, and let's just say, oh, that's interesting, because we don't really know what they're going to say. That's interesting. Right, so there we go. So now we've got this if-else statement. If they say the word good, then we're going to print out this statement. If they say anything else, any other answer except good, we're just going to say that's interesting. So I'm going to save this and run it, run module. And how are you today? So I'm going to write good the first time, just to test it. And it says that's good to hear, all right? So that works perfectly. So let's run it again. And this time when we run it, let's write something else. Let's write bad. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I could run it again. Run module. This time I'm going to write food. So it's got nothing to do with the question they asked. Oh, that's interesting. So you can see, if they write in exactly a good statement, it does this. Anything else, they're going to write interesting. Now, what happens if we want to expand this? They might write good, but they might also write, what happens if they write bad? What we can do is we combine this if and this else, and we come up with an elif. Right, so first two letters of the else, first two letters of the if, and we call it an elif. And with the elif, you do have to put a statement in here. With the else, you don't put a statement. With the elif, you do have to put a statement. So in here, let's say if the question exactly equals, and this time let's put bad, colon. Let's print something in here. Let's print, oh no, I hope your day gets better. Okay, so now we've got three options. We've got, if they say the word good, the computer should say, that's good to hear. If you say you're bad, then it should say, oh no, I hope your day gets better. Or if you say anything else, it should just say, that's interesting. So if we run this program, let's save it first, and then we run this program. How are you today? I'm going to write good first. Right, tested, that worked, that's good to hear. Let's run it again. This time I'm going to write bad. Perfect, oh no, I hope your day gets better. Okay, that worked. Let's run the next one. And then let's write food again. That's interesting. So our program's working. This is an if, elif, else. Now we can improve this program even more so. So what we could do is the person writing, they might not always put a capital G here. They might not always put a capital B here. So what we can do is we can put dot lower and put two brackets. Now by putting this dot lower, dot two brackets, no matter what they write, they're going to, it's going to be in lowercase. So I can change this to good in lowercase and bad in lowercase. So now, if they write good, even if it's all in capital letters, the computer converts it to lowercase, and then it'll match this word good. If they write it in half capitals and half lowercase, it'll still convert it to lowercase, and it'll still recognize it as the word good. Okay, same for bad, and also for the else. Now you can put as many elifs in as you like. You could put another 3 elifs in here. So if I want to do that, let's say I copy this, hit return, put another Elif in here, right? And this time I'm going to write, if they write OK. So if they write OK, you say, oh, only OK. I hope your day gets better. Well, I hope your day gets, let's make it even better. So you can see I've even put another Elif in here. If they say the word OK, it gives me a different response. And you can put lots of them in here, and no matter what they write, lower should always work. So let's save this file, run it again. Okay, how's your day? I'm going to write good in funny letters. So one capital, one lower, all funny letters, and it's still understood that good was good because we made it all lowercase. So let's run it again. And this time I'm going to write OK. And, oh, only OK, I hope your day gets even better. So just by making a few little tweaks, like adding this lower, you're making your program better, putting in a few different elifs so that the user gets different options. That's an if, elif, else statement.